Insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And looking at what we've seen, Cavaliers pretty much in control here, it would appear.
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
Steph Curry's out there with Ian Clark. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Ezeli in at the center position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Cleveland leading by 22. Irving up top, guarded by Curry. And the shot is good. And it's 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Andrew Bogut.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
Spacing. Like a coach who had done it for many years.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Nobody near Irving. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
And he gets the bucket. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. The screen from Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. They get it again. Tries yet again. Kicks it out to Love. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 8 points for Kevin Love.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Irving can't hit.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Why don't we now look at the league's highest scoring teams? The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA.
Bring you in. Let's go.
The Warriors, number 1.
Kevin, if there's any stat you want to lead the league in, it would certainly be scoring the most points. They've been remarkable in the numbers they've put up as a team all season long. It's a reflection of their strength. They're balanced and they're explosive.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. The open shot, Shumpert. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Curry passes to Bogut. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Here's Smith. No good. Curry with some nice D. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Rush dishes to Barnes. Out to the right wing. Bogut. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. One of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
Yeah, you know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Spates checked in for Andrew Bogut. Kicks it to Fry. The layup missed. The Warriors shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them to say the least. Here's Barbosa and the rejection by LeBron. The drive by Smith. James outside. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 5 assists tonight.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
It's offline from half court.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in.
Iguodala.
.132 left to play in the first half. James, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Andre Iguodala.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Here's Barbosa, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. 4th in field goal percentage, 5th in opponent points per game, and this is also what I would call a pretty solid offensive rebounding team. I mean, they've got a top 10 ranking in the second chance points category.
And they've obviously been one of the elite shooting teams in the league, taking a very disciplined approach offensively, and they have the field goal percentage to prove it.
The Cavaliers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That free throw, good from Dellavedova. Clark, he's checked in for the Warriors. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Warriors have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. The dish to Livingston. 50 seconds left in the first half. And that one's good by Clark. We're talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They look more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
It's stolen by Smith. James wide open. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Here's Spates. Knocked away. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Smith right side. Snatched away. Clark. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Cavaliers ball.
One second left. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cleveland ahead, running away with it. And
guys, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, what has
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. His great performance last game out seemed to carry right over into tonight. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
What a game for LeBron. 13 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Here's Green, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Here's Curry. Back to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
A moment now to see the numbers for Irving. He's averaging 19 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Sure, you know, most guys would be satisfied with that stat line, but he's built for more.
A nice bounce back here for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Golden State moving the ball around. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Misses from short range. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor.
That is good.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Cleveland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. LeBron kicks to Love. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Let's go.
And that's 13 points for Kevin Love.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up, and oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Ezeli's checked in for the Warriors. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. Here's James. Here's Shumpert. Hits it from three-point range. Shumpert's got 12 in the game.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.